You are your most important creative asset. And especially when we spend our days sitting in chairs, staring at screens, working creatively, you have to take care of that asset. It's not about finding more time. It's about maximizing the energy you have so that the time you do spend matters. Writer Unleashed is for you, a writer who has a story you want to bring onto the page and into the hearts and minds of readers. I'm Nancy Panuccio, writer, editor, and book coach. Each week, we'll explore techniques, mindsets, and inspiration for writing stories readers can't put down. Thanks for spending some time with me today. Now, let's begin. For years, I've had the same routine. Coffee in hand, at my desk, usually as early as 7 a.m., a short lunch break in the middle of the day, and then working straight through, sometimes until 6 or 7 at night. I was always trying to maximize hours, but I wasn't moving my body. I was having trouble sleeping through the night. My mind was just too active, and the work itself started exhausting me. The same hours at the desk that used to feel productive were leaving me depleted by early afternoon. I was stressed and I was burning out. Then I started to make some shifts in my morning routine, my morning habits, and it made all the difference. I'm getting more done in fewer hours. I have more sustained creative energy than I've had in a very long time. I feel positive, I'm sleeping better, and I'm firing on all cylinders. Now, many writers think time is a problem, the lack of time. They don't have enough hours. If they could just find 5 more hours a week, they'd write more, finish faster, be more productive. But here's what I know. It's not about the hours. It's about energy. It's about maximizing energy. I've always known this, but somehow I was still trying to maximize hours anyway. Get as much done in a day, and then if you have some extra time around 4:30, you can go for a walk or you can do that yoga session. It was self-defeating because guess what? I never did it. I just did more work. So today, I want to talk about what that shift looks like and what happens when you start treating your creative energy like the most valuable asset you have, because it is. So let's get right to it. Number one, energy is what determines your output and the quality of your work, not the hours you have. The ancient Greeks distinguished between 2 types of time: chronos, which is chronological, quantitative, measurable time; hours, days, years, the ticking clock. And then there's kairos time, which is qualitative. It's measured by the meaning, the depth, and the significance of a moment, a window of opportunity for action. You can have 20 hours a week to write and produce nothing of quality if you're exhausted, depleted, or running on empty. You can have 5 hours a week and produce incredible work if you're coming to the page with energy, clarity, and momentum. Now, this is not motivational speak. This is neurochemistry. When your brain is flooded with the right chemicals, dopamine and serotonin, you think faster, you make better creative decisions, you can sustain focus so much longer, and your ideas are sharper. Think about what writing actually asks of your brain. You're making hundreds of small decisions every time you sit down to write. Word choice, pacing, what a character would say next, whether a scene needs to exist at all. Every one of those is a creative decision, not just an intellectual one. And creative decisions run on the same chemistry as everything else. When that chemistry is depleted, sitting in a chair for 6 hours doesn't produce more work or better work. It produces tired writing, pages you'll have to rewrite anyway, or that you won't be happy with ultimately. And after a while, it can feel like a slog. So the question isn't, how do I find more time? The question is, how do I maximize the energy I have? Okay, this is where it gets practical. Movement, any movement changes your brain chemistry. A morning walk, parking your car further away and walking to the store, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, going for a quick run, stretching. Moving your body tells your brain to produce the chemicals that fuel creativity and focus. But there's something specific about morning movement, especially in sunlight, vitamin D, natural light, the sludge clearing out of your brain after sleep. All of that together does something different. Now, this past winter was particularly challenging for me. There was a lot of snow. It was the coldest winter I can remember in all the years I've lived here. I was inside a lot. The thermal curtains were keeping my house dark. Other than shoveling snow, I wasn't moving my body on a daily rhythm. I wasn't sleeping well. I was stressed. My body was always on alert. I wasn't as productive and I was burning out. Now, as soon as winter lifted, I started taking walks in the morning before all the cars start coming out on the main road near me. This was counterintuitive for me because in the past, I would work first and save the walk or the workout for later in the day, let's say 4:30 p.m. And you know what? Most days, I skipped it. I was too tired or too fried to do anything by then. Honestly, the harder shift wasn't the walking. It was giving myself permission to take that time at all, especially in the morning. I would hear about people starting their day with some kind of ritual, meditation, journaling, a workout, and I'd think, well, that's nice, but I have a lot of work to get through. I believed I had to earn my rest and rejuvenation with a full day of output first. So now I walk sometimes 15 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes, depending on the day. If it's raining or if I'm not in the mood to walk, I'll do a 30-minute full body workout instead. Whatever movement I get in the morning, afterwards, I put on the coffee, I shower, I dress for the day, and then I take my coffee out to my porch facing east and just sit in the sun with my planning journal. And I plan my day's work tasks along with my long-range projects. It's almost a meditative state for me. It's just me and the birds singing. It's very peaceful. Now, I've never given myself that time because I thought it was not productive. I thought it would eat up my energy for the workday. Now, I know I have a bit of a luxury here. I work from home and I live in the Catskill Mountains, so it's quiet, especially in the morning. But even a quick walk with your coffee will give you some of that same shift, even if you live in a city. Now, I know a lot of you have day jobs that you commute to, and mornings like this aren't realistic. Fair. But even a 10 to 15 minute walk to start your day makes the rest of the day go so much smoother. If your lunch break is a real lunch break, use it to get outside instead of eating at your desk. That's usually the point in the day where we hit a wall, and it's rarely about not having enough caffeine. If your writing time is in the evening, don't go straight from your desk job to your desk at home. Even a 10-minute walk between the two clears out one kind of thinking before you ask your brain to do a different kind of thinking. So for me, by the time I'm at my desk, sometimes as early as 7 or 8 a.m., I've already done cardio, I've gotten my vitamin D, and I've moved my body. And the difference is immediate. I'm more alert, I'm in a better mood, my brain works faster, I can sustain focus longer, and I'm more creative. Okay? You don't have to be a morning person. You don't have to make it complicated, but if you can find even a short window to move and get outside, your entire day shifts. The other piece is how you feed your body. Now, I'm not a nutritionist, but here's what I do know. I've always eaten with health in mind. I don't eat junk food. I don't crave it. I don't crave sugar. I don't crash on carbs. I eat tons of greens and healthy fats. But recently, I started paying attention to lean protein specifically, especially at that first meal of the day. Adding more lean protein to my meals means I'm less hungry throughout the day. I don't get that afternoon crash that used to hit me right after lunch. I don't need a nap at 2 p.m., but more to the point, I have staying power. I can go for longer stretches without my energy tanking. This isn't about restriction or dieting. I don't believe in any of that. It's about fueling your body in a way that keeps your energy stable throughout the day so you can maximize the writing time you have. When you crash at 2 p.m., those afternoon hours are useless. You're not productive. You're not creative. You're just tired. I was. If you can prevent the crash through movement, through low fat, lean protein, staying hydrated, taking care of your body, you get more out of the hours you have. Whether that's an hour, whether it's 3 hours, whether it's 8 hours. But here's what's interesting. When you start protecting your energy and maximizing energy, everything compounds. Better movement and nutrition means better sleep. Better sleep means waking up earlier and easier. Waking up earlier means you have time for that morning walk. That morning walk means more sustained energy for the day. More energy means you're more productive, more creative, more alert, more positive, and you just feel better. It's a cycle that builds on itself, and the time investment is minimal. 15 to 30 minutes of movement, preferably in the morning, paying attention to what you're eating. That's it. But the return in terms of energy, productivity, clarity, and creative output is enormous. Here's what I want to leave you with. You are your most important creative asset. And especially when we spend our days sitting in chairs, staring at screens, working creatively, you have to take care of that asset. It's not about finding more time. It's about maximizing the energy you have so that the time you do spend matters. So start small. Take a short walk tomorrow morning. Instead of sitting with your coffee, take it around the block a few times. Pay attention to how you feel the rest of the day. Notice what happens to your energy when you move your body and get outside. You might be surprised at how much shifts. These are small changes, nothing major, but the gains are immense. So there you have it. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you know any writers who need some support in their writing, please share this episode or the Writer Unleashed podcast in general. And if you love what you're listening to, subscribe on your favorite listening platform. And if you're listening on Apple, please leave me a review. Reading how this podcast impacts your writing truly lights me up and helps me create topics for the show. Till next time, keep writing, and I'll talk to you soon.